What's your name?
Seda.
Seda what? You have a first and last name.
Sam.
Seda Sam?
Yes.
Where you from?
Where I was born or where I'm from?
Where you born?
Thailand.
You been deported before from the United States?
No.
Never been deported?
But I've been in the system before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What have you been charged with
Charge for it.
before?
I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna talk about lawyer.
Yeah. Are you a citizen?
My mom's a citizen.
Your mother's a citizen?
Yes.
But you're not?
Nope.
But you've never been deported before?
You Dr. Phil. You look like Dr. Phil.
Yeah? How do you know me?
No, I seen Dr. Phil, you know, on TV.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is an example of sanctuary cities, right? We got an illegal alien convicted of sex crimes involving children. He's walking the streets of Chicago. Again, the downfall, the problem with the sanctuary city, that people like us walking the street rather than local law enforcement working with federal agents. This is what we're dealing with. Yeah. You've been charged with sex crimes with children?
Not really.
Not really?
Not really is not an answer that I want to hear.
And never been deported?
Nope.
Huh. Let's take him in, process him, lock him up.
Got it, sir.
I can understand the concept of a sanctuary city, and I know you have an image to protect people that want a better life. But if you want a better life for people, but you can't root even people that might try to destroy the image that you're trying to protect, I think that's an issue.
All praise and glory to God. His will be done, and we're grateful to be here.
And that is Pete Hegseth, the new Secretary of Defense of USA. And a lot of people, for some odd reason, doesn't seem to be happy about that. But they forget that most immigrants to come to their country, a lot of them, especially from South America, they believe in God.
Walking around in downtown Chicago and a group of men drove past me and yelled stuck up bitch at me. Since the election, I wanted to point out that the way that men catcall me and other women that I know has felt a lot more aggressive and bold, to the point where I'm scared that at some point they're going to pull over and try to pull me into the car. I don't know if anyone else has noticed this or has stories about it, but I feel like it's dangerous because before it used to be, oh, where are you going? You're so pretty. And now it's like, you're a bitch, I'm out to get you. And it's really terrifying as well.
I just find it odd that you have this opinion after an election. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't think that's the case. I think what's happening is people realize that we have been bullied into be silent because our word is hate speech. And if somebody is going to have a voice means that you are threatened, then it would also mean that certain people cannot have a voice, because if they do, you feel threatened. So when they don't have a voice, they don't feel threatened?
For me, Captain America represents a lot of different things, and I don't think the term, America should be one of those representations.
Captain America doesn't mean America, it means Captain Dream. Spider-Man doesn't mean Spider-Man, it means Captain Dolphin Swimming. Dragon Balls doesn't mean Dragon Balls, it means Dragon Ball.
It's like, it's about a man who keeps his word, who has honor, dignity, and integrity. Someone who is trustworthy and dependable. It's kind of, this is kind of like an aspect of a dream coming true. When I was a kid, all of us as actors, I believe, want to get back to that day before someone told you no. When you look out your door and you see a 5-year-old kid with a stick and he's slaying dragons to save the princess in the tower, that kid really believes there are dragons out there. That stick is really a sword and he's really trying to save that princess. And then one day somebody told him, no, there are no dragons, that's not a sword, and that princess is not there. And all of his little dreams were dashed. So, as an actor, I feel like our job is to get back to the day where we see that dragon and we slay that dragon to save that princess. And that's kind of what this movie was for me.
I just find it odd that he wants to be Captain Dream, but most people go to America to find the American dream. This is remember to subscribe.
Me
parece excelente. Es que un presidente debe velar por su país. Es la que hay.
A president should stand up for his country. It is what it is.
Si hay gente gonorrea ya trabajando y quitándole trabajo a las personas de su país, chao.
People that take the jobs of the citizen, bye bye.
Si hay personas, perro, que no tienen economía, huevón, y son de otro país y están afectando gonorrea a las calles con robos y lo que sea, chao.
Citizens that don't have an economy but other people from other countries can come by, do gangster stuff, robbing here and there, ciao.
¿Sí me entiende?
Do you understand me?
Estoy de acuerdo.
I agree.
Estoy de acuerdo totalmente. Es así, brother.
I totally agree, man.
Es que él no le está diciendo a los mexicanos o a los colombianos que no entren.
He ain't saying the Colombians and Mexicans cannot enter the country.
No digan que eso no es lo que le está haciendo. Le está diciendo que si va a entrar, entre de una manera legal.
He's just saying that you have to enter legally.
Entre por medio de un filtro.
We need to filter.
Y demuestre que usted no va a estar ahí pidiendo plata en las calles o robando o que va a llegar allá sin economía y no le va a aportar nada al país.
He just doesn't want anybody without money that's going to rob, ask for money. We don't want that.
Perfecto, eso debería, todo país debería hacer esa puta mierda, weón.
Every country should do this mother effing thing.
Es la realidad.
It's the reality.
Yo soy Team Trump de aquí a la caca, por lo menos en eso. ¿Sí me entiendes? Soy Team Trump.
I am Team Trump at least for that. Isolate.
Por lo menos en eso.
At least in that.
Yo siento que acá hay mucha gente ofendida, mucho colombiano, mucho venezolano ofendido por ese tipo de cosas y me parece perfecto, weón, que se ofendan.
I know there's a lot of Venezuelan and Colombian that have been sold this narrative. Well, they should be offended.
Uno tiene que velar por su país, brother. Me parece perfecto.
Because somebody needs to stand up for their own country. Brother, one of Colombia's biggest Gen Z streamers tells his 1.7 million followers on Kick that he supports Trump and is right about kicking out illegals who are committing crimes, taking American jobs and not contributing to the economy. Even the doctor's office changed a lot.
This is my second construction site area I've been to, and there ain't nobody out doing shit. Foundations is poured and all that. Nobody working. See two of the trucks down there, but I think they're supervisors. Maybe they're trying to verify and see if ICE is going to come out or what. I don't know what's going on, but I ain't never seen it this quiet before.
I have to be honest, if a whole organization cannot work because it's totally maintained by undocumented people, I know the supervisors are earning a lot of money, paying them very little, and selling those houses at American prices.
I just want to say that I'm so sorry. All my people are getting attacked. The children. I don't understand. I'm so sorry. I wish I could do something, but I can't. I don't know what to do. I'll try everything, I promise.
I mean, what you tried, you got so much backlash, you deleted the video. Selena Gomez, Benny Johnson is right. You're freaking American. Your mom is American. Your father left you. And you live in Texas in a 5 million palace. You're a freaking billionaire because of American people. And suddenly you're like, oh, my people. I'm like, what? Just because you speak Spanish?
Shame on you, Selena Gomez, for fake crying over illegal aliens being deported back to their homeland. I've never seen you cry over the missing and exploited women and children that get trafficked through the southern border into the United States of America. I've never seen you cry over the American citizens that have been hurt or unalived by these same illegal aliens that you're crying for. Selena Gomez, why don't you house these people in your LA mansion or one of your mini homes that you possess? Selena Gomez, you're a fraud and a fake.
I don't understand selective empathy. You could have cried millions of times like this for all the girls that have passed away, all the kids that are lost. But suddenly when the president won, he taken action that the popular voted people wanted, even the legal immigrants. And suddenly you want to cry, which I kind of believe it's fake. I feel it with my one eye.
Yeah, Fred, just moments ago, Donald Trump reacting to the news that Colombia had blocked planes carrying undocumented migrants from delivering those individuals back to their home country. And Trump now retaliating with tariffs and threats of more tariffs. He said in a post on social media, quote, "I was just informed that the 2 repatriation flights from the United States with a large number of illegal criminals were not allowed to land in Colombia. This order was given by Colombia's socialist president, Gustavo Petro, who is already very unpopular amongst his people. Petro's denial of these flights has jeopardized the national security and public safety of the United States." So he has then goes on to say that he is taking some action against the Colombian government, including a 25% tariff on goods coming from Colombia immediately, and he's threatening to raise that to up to 50% next week. He also is calling for a travel ban and immediate visa revocations on the Colombian government officials and sanctions on party members and family members that support the Colombian government. So, Fred, this is an early example of how Donald Trump's immigration crackdown is already colliding with his foreign policy and trade proposals, and the first of maybe more to come, Fred.
And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? He found out while playing golf.
Mr. Trump, a picture.
I love you.
Picture, Mr. Trump, picture.
A picture. I love you. We love you so much. Yay.
We won.
Yeah.
Because I'd like to play that on the air. Like if Pritzker would like to defend these people without the court and just his old love for illegal immigrants, bring it on. I'd love to see that. Now, the second wave that Tom Homan, the borders are for Trump has told me about in all of this will focus on those missing children, hundreds of thousands of them that we know. And that number has started to already come down, Emily, from 300,000. So they've found about 75 to 80,000 of those kids already. If they can get the list of these guys, 4 full days in office for Trump, if they can get the list of where some of those kids have been and they've been identifying it, you know, since the election, going after them and trying to find those little ones, what in the world was Biden's administration doing?
Hey, buddy. Nothing.
Ladies and gentlemen, I showed you a guy in the White House that said, JFK that wants to eat healthy food, I'm going to tell him I'm going to create a commission, but I'm just not going to do nothing.
Can you give me an example of like how you think they'll do it when RFK gets in?
One thing you might be able to do to like sort of make him think like something is happening when it's not.
I can imagine somebody says, I'm going to find the children, and they just don't do nothing. But we create a department so you can point their fingers, so we're doing something. You gotta trust us.
Put together like a commission. Mr. Secretary, we're going to put together a commission to study the safety of fluoride in water. Years will pass and nothing has happened. A sophisticated bureaucrat can do a lot to run around an unsophisticated political agency.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think that is one of the most evilest thing that you can do, that you're saying that you're going to help the woman and the children and do nothing because you want to protect the idea that immigrants should be able to come illegally in the country because you're going to protect them, keeping them safe in the sanctuary cities.
A shock and awe deportation campaign. Now, this is the one that shows how morally dark the Democrat Party has become. This one shows how they are against the United States of America. So you would think that if President Donald Trump wants to go deport people, you think, oh, it's only going to be nannies and agricultural workers. No, embedded in our communities, ICE knew the names, they knew their locations, they knew their criminal histories. And they were just sitting around, probably committing other crimes. And Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, while they were president, refused to act on these people because it would be against the national religion of the American Democrat Party, thou shalt not deport a foreigner. Yesterday, over 500 violent, emphasis on violent, over 500 violent criminal illegals were removed from the streets in 36 hours. These are thugs whose whereabouts in crimes were well known by local officials. But Democrats refused to detain them because it might hurt their feelings. It might hurt the feelings of a child sex trafficker or a child rapist. Democrats can't possibly hurt the feelings of a drug smuggler. Can't possibly hurt the feelings of a gun runner. Every single one of these arrests means that there will be one less Laken Riley, one less Jocelyn Nungari, and one less Rachel Morin. Any Democrat sanctuary jurisdiction refusing to comply, or worse, actively impeding President Trump's deportation orders must be defunded and likely prosecuted. Mess around and find out.
I agree with that. Because as a 2000 Democrat, when you told me I have to protect women and children no matter what, I don't know. I didn't change a lot. You changed a lot.
Don't get me wrong, ako sa kita bong. Put the fire na mi blonde, kush, hash, purple, skunk, criollo, colombici, jam, jam, turlo, keta, verdeta, welcome.